placing bullish trades based on 5-minute or even 15-minute chart setups. In other words, the larger the time frame, the larger the size per trade. Let's take a few moments to look at the following figure. Different market participants are monitoring different time frames independently of each other, and they are all interpreting the market based on their own perspective. However, all of their combined actions together influence the only thing that matters, and that's the current price. So what is the main indicator that all market participants are monitoring when they are deciding where the market is heading? Well, the answer is simple. They are looking at the chart. Candlestick chart, bar chart, line chart, doesn't really matter. The chart is by far the most utilised trading indicator, and all the other technical analysis indicators are derived from the information provided by a simple chart. There is really nothing more to it. The moving average, RSI, MACD and all the others are just calculating the X number of bars, candles in the past and using different formulas to interpret the same thing. They're all just telling us what has happened in the past.
I'm not sure.
Now that we've established that, let's go back to the king,
I believe
the chart.
if all these is in
So,
play and this is the
how do we know what makes
territory,
traders decide whether a chart is bullish,
this will
bearish
go
or
up.
neutral? Well, we take the next logical step. We look for the
It
answers.
seems like it's in the
But what do we do when we can't find the answers?
bearish
We
trend.
ask. Who do we ask? We ask those who
But
know.
from this graph,
So,
look at
I
things
asked them.
I
Of
took
course, I didn't really
before.
ask them directly. Here's what I did. I pretty much offered them a bribe. Here's the story. About a year ago, I conducted an experimental survey.
I looked on the
Basically, what I
flag.
did was I sent an email to a few thousand traders that are members of my free trading newsletter. The email consisted of 100 random forex charts with a simple question about each chart.
with the cross.
I asked them to decide, based on a chart alone, whether the next candle or bar will be bullish or bearish. A very simple question. Furthermore, to make sure they gave their best efforts, I offered a $200 incentive to everyone who answers 90% or more of my questions correctly. 1,327 traders completed the survey, and believe it or not, only 19 of them got 90% or more answers correctly.
The cross.
It didn't really surprise me that the number of winners was that low.
Bearish.
In fact, knowing the probability theory, I expected it. But let me tell you this. This was the best $3,800 that I've ever
For the
spent.
15.
The information that I collected was priceless. The answers from the 1,327 traders who gave their opinion about the 100
So you
different
would think that
charts
you have to
was the
press
real
forward,
prize.
because everything
Altogether,
is
this
matched
amounts
up.
to 132,700 answers, and any
Now,
good
that
pollster
could be
will tell you that statistically
trend back
this
into
is
the cloud.
extremely reliable data. Once again,
But
my goal was not to
some
obtain the
traders
correct
might
answers.
think
My goal was to
because
obtain
it's
reliable
above
data.
clouds is a
Furthermore,
bullish
since I
trend.
had provided an incentive for the survey
Course.
participants, I was pretty confident that the survey was valid. But before I could start analysing the collected data, I had to define what I was looking for.
If you got it from right
Each
there,
chart, regardless of the time frame, has three properties. They are the current price,
get the profits
high
going up.
and low. If we assume that the current price at any given moment is the same for all of the time frames, the most logical thing to do is to find the relation that the current price has with the high and low when compared to the survey participants' answers. For that purpose, I divided each chart into 7 zones.
I mean, but newbies, they would just go off.
Afterwards,
everything is
I created a
boom.
graph that shows the
Everything go
distribution
up,
of the
see how
bullish
they go up.
and bearish answers to each price
And it
zone
might.
according
We
to
don't
the
know.
survey results. Here is what I got.
But if I looked at this, I would say it's going down. So
Using
me,
these results, I was able to devise a point count system that predicts with
looking
extreme
off at this
accuracy
at first, and
the
I
manner
just
in which traders perceive
did
each
what I
and every
needed to,
chart they
then
see.
I checked over my
Each
watch,
zone was
I
given a
checked
point
my
value
5-minute
that
check
represents
there.
the perception of the traders who are
then-
monitoring that particular chart. Finally, I programmed it into a unique and priceless binary options barometer.
It looked like it was about to go up, but I came to the 5-minute.
The point count system measures with great accuracy
perfectly.
the current sentiment
When
on
you
a
go
given
down.
currency pair among all of the
So I
types of
guess
traders.
that would try to go down.
Following sufficient performance testing,
But I took
I was
some
able to
trades just to see
identify the
what
point
odds
areas that give us the
and I
greatest
gotta
probability
match up with it.
that a trade will
I
go in a
gotta
given
see.
direction. This means that the behavioural bias indicator measures what is happening at exactly that moment and gives the trader a priceless edge when entering the market. Let us quickly summarise what the behavioural binary sniper trading system consists of. The behavioural binary sniper trading system is made up of three elements. The first element is the behavioural bias indicator. It identifies with great accuracy the most profitable areas to enter a trade on either the call or put
We will
side.
be back.
In short, it tells you when
Right. Oh, yeah,
to
this is
enter a
the
trade.
market.
The second element is the anticipated volatility.
I mean, it's
The
testing,
anticipated
strategy,
volatility takes into account the current time of day, performs some very sophisticated calculations and tick-by-tick forecast the anticipated volatility over a particular given time frame. It is a second generation technical indicator that tells you which time frame you need to trade when you get a trading signal. The third element is the fundamental bias. The fundamental bias compares how each member of the currency pair that we are trading is performing against the basket of currencies that are related to it. It is a real-time fundamental analysis filter that confirms whether you should make a given trade. That is to become consistently profitable. Last but not least, what about the price? To tell you the truth, the software costs $897. However, seeing as you've been patient enough to spend your valuable time watching my presentation, I'm now confident that you're really eager to succeed. Therefore, I have good news for you. In order for you to know whether or not I'm telling you the truth, you need to see it work. And in order to see it work, you need to use it. So I'm going to let you use it for no less than 60 days. That's right, full 60 days. That's my commitment to you. Then with the money you earn from the 60-day trial, you can use some of it to purchase the product, thus actually costing you nothing. Not a bad deal, eh? For a limited time only and exclusively through the site that you're visiting at this moment, you will receive the complete behavioural binary sniper trading software tailored for all 6 of the mentioned currency pairs for a completely free 60-day test drive. Yes, you heard right. For a very limited time, you can try out completely free of charge for a full 60 days. Give it a try. Download the software right now. It'll only take 5 minutes. Try it out at your own pace. The behavioural binary sniper trading system is based on the one and only factor that's predictable in the financial markets, and that is trader behaviour. We cannot predict unexpected political events, economic reports or natural disasters, nor can we predict the behaviour of any single trader in the market. We can, however, with extreme accuracy, predict the behaviour of traders as a group. This is where the behavioural binary sniper differs from any other trading system that you've come across. It takes into account what is happening right now, as opposed to what has happened in the past. It's original, it's groundbreaking, and it offers you the chance not only to trade profitably, but to trade with confidence. Well, my part's done now. It's time for you to take the lead. Happy trading, and thanks for listening.
I just started learning this little technique yesterday, but I got introduced to it a couple of days ago, and I was trying it out, and I was seeing a little success. then we start messing up and they understand it. I don't learn from the other countries. That's how I learn. Other countries, they don't do that thing a little different from Americans. For real. They explain it better. And that's how I get to learn this. Americans, they don't make it. They don't want you to do the fast, easy, cheating route. Press this button and get rich. The other countries really show you techniques. That's the biggest secret right there. They're just giving you that out, and you could use it. This is the key to binary options. Already. I started with like 2 something. I started with like 50,000. Got up to 3. That's all the techniques I was trying out. Just testing out. I don't use these demo accounts just to try to test it out and then go jump in and try it out, and I gotta test it out and see if it really works. Before 2011, that's how I was doing it, and that's how the Americans wanted you to do it. The key is trying it out and testing what works. Don't just jump into it. To understand it. Let me see. One. This is set up. This is a powerful signal right here. Going down. How many gonna go down? Check this out. Okay. From 1 hour all the way down. Well, from 5, 15, 30. An hour. 1 green. And these are probably 2 green. Well, no, 1 green. 2, 3. Three to 6. I'll go with a 6. Down. Set up perfect. Down. These are like bridges. Clouds, bridges. I just want to start learning this.
And I'll show you that in a little bit too. So we'll get into everything, but just looking at this chart right off the bat, you can see all the components. And most people don't even take time to learn the system, because once they open a chart and see all this, they're like, man, this is just too complicated, too much stuff to learn. But really it's not. If you take time to learn these components very quickly and understand what they do, then you can start learning the system and learning how everything goes. Okay, so yeah, it looks confusing to the new guy, but once you start trading this for a little,
their move. The other thing about it is that because it's very good at picking trends, it's also very good at detecting reversals. Now, in terms of detecting reversals, it's not necessarily trying to pick tops and bottoms per se. I use other methods to